I know though it's a ladies program and Ranjan has called to cyber expert. Next time we are surely going to have 2 ladies cyber experts on the next time. And I will make sure Manish and Sachin sit there and listen to them next time. We are going to have 2 cyber experts who are ladies. But today Manish has been very kind to coming to this program, and without going and taking much of time, may I call Pinky Bansali, my friend advocate, to come and introduce Manish, please.
I just take the honor of introducing our Mr. Manish Kenia, who's a lawyer and a cyber expert, who's here to train us, or rather give us a brief guideline on how the cyber law and the world of cyber city works. Mr. Manish Kenia is a part of a legal firm which is known as Legal Spectrum. He, apart from holding degrees of BCom and LLB, which normally all lawyers do, has some degrees like PG Cyber Law, Diploma in Computer Programming. He is practicing in practically all the codes which are concerning mainly with the complaints relating to economic offences and cybercrime. He has dealt with various matters which are concerning cyber law, and apart from that, certain recovery cases, commercial cases, company minding up cases, and a lot more to it. If I keep on reading that, I think probably it will be 8 o'clock here itself. He is a part of various NGOs like Jain Advocates Federation, Lions Club of Bombay Sarvodaya Nagar, SMPR School, and like I said, he has so much of it to add to his profile. I can't read all of it. But it certainly is not less than 10 NGOs that is associated with. He has enlightened many people by speaking at various seminars organized by Mulund KVO Church, Kutchi Advocates Welfare Association, SNDT University, Nehru Science Center. Oh my God, this is such a big list. I just can't read it. The only thing that I can say is that Mr. Manish, as is from his profile and what we see from his personality, a continuous and a very regular social service provider apart from whatever his legal profession is. I will not take much time, but I will really request that he should come on stage and please enlighten us on how cybersecurity works. So Manish Kenia.
Audience to give a standing ovation to 3 iron ladies. Thank you. Why I say thank you because my younger son is in 9th standard and wants to join law, and his one complaint is, Dad, you are very bad at explaining. And since I think the video camera is also on, I can now very well tell him that when I started my speech, everybody gave me standing ovation. Madam, I want to make one confession about your personality. I have used your image to benefit my cases. I started practicing law in '93. My father is also an advocate, in Kenya, a district lawyer, and he believes that if you are not prepared, then you should not enter court at all. Even court premises, forget about entering court room. So whenever you are taking commercial cause matter in city or in high court, some of the property matters, I started using your image to my benefit. How? In commercial matters, I used to tell my opponent, if I am appealing for defendant, that I have defense. If you want to contest, straight away, first sentence I am going to say that this is my defense and I am ready to deposit amount in the court. So automatically I will be granted unconditionally or conditional leave, and we all know that if conditional leave is granted, then how many years it will take for suit to come? 15-20 years? So that way I used to settle the matter with the plaintiff. And whenever I am with the plaintiff, then also I used to settle in the same fashion. So we'll start. Thank you. Today's objectives, I will go a little bit fast today because we are short of time and when Sachin is there. To create awareness for using technology safely We all use technology, right? And particularly gathering at the end, they're using more, right? Must be downloading movies also. To help understand the danger and risk associated with technology, educate and make you aware, to help you avoid being a victim or an accused, create security culture and responsible netizens. This is more important. Women and cybercrime. These are the main 6 cybercrimes associated with women where they are victims. Harassment via emails, cyber stalking, cyber pornography, defamation, morphing, email spoofing. Now, many of these jargons are known to us. We have heard so many times. But what are they? So what is so great being online? We are all online. What is so great? Nothing is great. आजकल सब लोग के पास है यार. GPRS सब में है एक्टिव, right? Internet disadvantage. If anybody is committing crime and he thinks that he is anonymous, anonymity, exposure to inappropriate information, cybercrime, illegal music, video, games, malware. Evolution. How internet evolved. Third is Orkut. Now Orkut is no more. It is shut down. Because of Facebook. Then after Twitter, Google Plus. Now today everybody is having WhatsApp. We are all social media butterfly. Each and every person sitting here must be having one social media account. And if you are not having that, at least you must be having WhatsApp. What do you do on WhatsApp? Forwards? Knowing? Unknowing? Life was much easier when Apple and BlackBerry were just fruits. Not just headsets. It was much easier. Biggest joke of the century was computers and mobile were invented to save our time. Are we saving? I don't think so. It consumes more time. We are impatient nowadays. Wherever you go, you will find everybody with their handset and doing something on the internet. People nowadays, what they do, they don't save people, they click their photographs and first thing they will forward it on WhatsApp instead of saving other person's life. This is the future of marriage status. After marrying, first they will update their status on Facebook and then they will go further. With the advent of cloud computers, it is becoming more easy and easy. Welcome WhatsApp, now the time of Facebook. Now is this a reality? Computers and internet has changed our lives so much that now if we don't have access to email for a day or two, we feel uncomfortable. How many agree? हाथ ऊपर करो नहीं करो अंदर से हाथ ऊपर है. Computer information security has become a crucial legal and technical issue. We have to focus more here. It's a legal and technical issue. Is the internet taking our lives? Yes, I have seen families where if mother wants to say that dinner or lunch is ready, then she WhatsApp in spite of having everybody at home. We are on the net 24/7, whether it's our PCs, laptops or mobiles. Have we started relating more on virtual world than in real world? We must be having more virtual friends than in real world friends. These are all facts. Whether we like it or not, we all live two lives. Email. Advantages everybody knows. Disadvantages? Yeah, you can read and tell. What are the disadvantages? Email advertisements, you might be getting a lot of spam mails. What 3 biggest spammers are from India? Chain letters, lottery schemes, phishing. Lottery schemes and chain letters. The victims are 80% of the people who are victim of it are graduates and above. Graduates, postgraduates, professionals, they are more victim of those chain letters and lottery schemes. One cent cannot be recorded, bulk emails, junk emails, inappropriate content, language, email attachments and surfing. If you are receiving any email from unknown source, it is better not to open any attachment. If you open any attachment which you have received from unknown source, then your system can be infected and you may lose if you are using that particular machine for any commercial or financial transactions. And people in India, they buy laptops, they pay around 35,000, but they will never buy licensed operating system. They will never buy licensed software. अब कार कितनी भी अच्छी ले लो, ऑडी लो, मर्सिडीज लो, लेकिन अंदर आप अगर कैरोसिन डालोगे तो क्या होगा? You have to use good petrol. It is similar. Your system should be secure. If it is not secure, then to whom you are going to blame? To the authorities, to the internet companies, and if nothing is redressed when you are approaching courts or competent authorities, then if they are not giving you orders, then to courts, telling that the judge is not understanding what is law, what is technology, that's why where fault lies. Web gives captures easy access. If you are using your credit card, never, or debit card, I will request, I will suggest not to use debit card at all. Never use debit card at all. Outside particularly to buy anything or making payment. Debit card, misuse of debit card is like hard cash which is going out of your pocket. Then to whom you will blame? अगर आपके पॉकेट से रोकड़ा गिर गया तो आप किसको ब्लेम करोगे? Something that it is better to use credit card than debit card. Credit card, you can lodge complaint, you can lodge protest with the bank, and your request or your protest, your complaint will be reimbursed, will be redressed, because each credit card company is having a credit period days, 15 days, 25 days, 45 days, 30 days, depending on the card. Within 24 hours, you have to lodge misuse of any card, whether it's a debit card or a credit card. If you read the statement, how many of you have read the statement, terms and conditions, which come with credit card or debit card? No? But we are using it. It says that you have to lodge within 15 days complaint. But there is a condition that if you are given your mobile number or an email account to bank where they can notify of any transaction, then it is 24 hours, not 15 days. The moment you get an intimation of misuse, immediately you have to lodge a protest. These type of machines are available on e-commerce websites. This machine must be costing around 10,000 rupees, wherein you can clone anybody's credit or debit card and you can create identical duplicate card. So this is the way how your credit or debit card data are being generated. If you are giving that in a restaurant or at a petrol pump or any merchant shop, that card should not go away from your eyesight. It has to be in front of your eyesight. Now victims often use unlicensed software. They rarely report ransomware. Now what is ransomware? Ransomware is a Trojan which is infected to your system. Normally this happens with commercial establishments where they are having large servers or critical information. So a file is loaded on that server and nobody will be allowed to access that server If you want to access, if you are a large corporation, then they will demand money. If you are not paying that demand, you won't be able to access any of your data which is lying on the server. Only alternative is either to pay or reformat your entire server. So entire critical data which is lying on your server will go. Man gets exam admit card with Obama's photo. This is typically not a cyber crime, but this is a crime where computer is a tool. Computer is a tool here. Because of computer, one can generate this type of exam admit card. Companies gave up to tackle rise in data theft. Lot of data is being stolen from lot of premises, commercial premises. There were incidents from a lawyer's office also, his junior stolen the entire data, and all those data are critical data. Now what happens? I can tell you one example of my own case. 3 years back, a company in Mahape, Navi Mumbai, the data was stolen by their own employee. Now they valued the data to 4.5 crores. That employee was not traceable. He applied for anticipatory bail in Thane court. We came to know, we opposed that anticipatory bail application. So anticipatory bail was not granted. Thereafter he surrendered before JMFC Belapur, HCPD Belapur. Now that judge, I'm sorry to say ma'am, but that judge released that person with a bail of 5,000 rupees, cash bail. And when we argued, he said, आपका data क्या हुआ है, stolen? तो अभी आपके कंप्यूटर पे क्या है? बोला नहीं, डेटा तो है लेकिन उसने कॉपी किया है। तो डेटा आपके पास है, उसने तो कॉपी किया, वो स्टोल कैसे हुआ? उसने चुराया कहाँ पे? उसने तो उसे कॉपी किया है। Now just imagine what will happen to that matter, because that matter will come up after 10 years. And when that incident was happened, cyber laws, which is of the Indian Information Technology Act, was not amended. So prior to that, data, theft of data, all police, they were used to book under IPC. And IPC, the definition of the property is corporeal property, and data is not corporeal. It's an incorporeal property. So nothing is going to happen to that person. Now anyone can be a cyber criminal. It's very easy. You go to any railway station, outside you will get people selling softwares for 30 or 40 rupees. You will get entire DVD full of hacking tools. No need to go anywhere. Don't bother to go on Google and downloading all the softwares. You will get ready-made for 40 rupees entire DVD. So this has become very easy for people to commit crime. Terror SMSs from your cell phone number possible? Yes, it is possible. And that demo Sachin will give with your permission if you allow him. And camouflage mobile number cannot be traced to sender. If you are using Android phone, then a lot of apps are available. My advice is not to use it, because along with those apps, certain malwares are also will be installed on your machine or on your gadgets. If you are installing those apps, use it for your fun, then delete it and clean your mobile device. And if you are using Android phones, please install antivirus software, because Android is not that safe. If you are using BlackBerry and iPhone, you are relatively safe than other mobiles. Any other mobile, if you are using Windows mobile or Android, it is advisable to have antivirus on your mobile. Computer related offenses can be described in 3 ways. Computer is a target, computer is a tool of crime, or computer is incidental to crime. Since everybody is connected with legal field, I don't have to explain all these 3 in detail. computer is a target, or computer is a tool of crime, or incidental to crime. Target means anybody can hack into your system and take control of the system or server. Tool of the crime is, we have seen earlier, you can create fake admit card or mark sheet where a computer is used. And incidental to crime. Now anybody can give me an example incidental to crime? Afterwards you can give me any example. Now the motivation of accused or cyber criminal is malicious motivation. What it says, you borrowed $27,000 over the years to study computer sciences. According to our files, now you owe us $1.83 ahead. So in short, he took loan to study computer science and then hack into the system of bank, and now he has to pay only $1.83. The criminal intent, greed, revenge, curiosity, pressure, show, and attack. The average age of hacker in the world is, any guesses? Any?
In the early 20s?
Pardon?
Early 20s.
12 years.
Age group, you can say?
Yeah,
What?
20 to 30, that's what.
30 are senior citizens. Pardon? It is 9 to 14.
Wow.
9 to 14. The common types of crimes may be broadly classified against individual, organization, and society. Can you give an example? Any individual? Stalking, which is happening, and stalking is more related to divorce cases, where husband is having any, if it is filed for divorce against a wife, then we hire somebody to install some applications on wife's mobile and then stop where she is going, what she is doing, to whom she is talking, what are the messages being passed. Against organization, you see, ransomware, that can be against organization. Against society, pornography. And one futuristic crime I can say, it will happen, I am sure about it, cyber murder. It will be very easy to do that. All the major hospitals are now going on with computerization. Patients' records are on their server. Previously we used to have that writing pad beside the patient. Nowadays we are having monitor beside patient. Previously nurses used to see in their pads what dosage, what medicine has to be prescribed. Now they see monitor. Now if you want to murder somebody, then hack into the system, change doses or prescribe some medicine. You don't have to do anything. Entire job will be done by that nurse. Now what is the profile? Profile is disgruntled employees, teenagers, professional hackers, business rival, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, divorced, husband and wife. These are the basic profiles of cyber criminal. Disgruntled employees, we are coming across a lot of media reports with regard to corporate espionage, selling companies' vital data to rival company because I have not given a raise. The employee is still with your company but working for another organization. Teenagers, they are mainly teenagers, they are doing only for fun, nothing else, just for fun. But then sometimes that fun is very dangerous. Professional hackers, there are professional hackers hired by one company or one organization against another organization, one country against another country. Government of India is having website policy for all the websites. They should adhere to that particular policy. But government's own websites, they are having thousands of websites, but only 9 websites of Chhattisgarh government are compliant with that website policy. No other website is compliant. Now who are hackers? There are 4 types of people in the world. I know and do. Know but don't do. Don't know but do. Don't know and don't do. Now who are hackers? ये 4 में से कौन है हैकर? 1, 2, 3, 4. चारों पहले, second, third, fourth. First and third. First know and do, and third is don't know but do. Sure? Type 1 and 3 are hackers. Person who is programmer and tests the program, or a person who engages in an activity without skill or talent. Basically one thing they share in common. That is penetration of the system. They are doers. Whether you do a crime knowingly or unknowingly. In court of law, ignorance of law is not an excuse. Hacking, it means building something quickly or testing the boundaries of what can be done. Now you might have heard a lot of people telling you he is an ethical hacker. There cannot be an ethical hacker. If there is an ethical border, then there is an ethical hacker. Because there is nothing like ethical hacking. Now ethical hacking, how that word came, one company, United States, they started with the course of hacking. And when government authorities, they objected, they said we are training people to do hacking ethically so that they can test their own system, so that they can protect it. So they named that course as ethical hacking course. So that's why this now ethical hacking, ethical hacker, everything started. Otherwise there is nothing like an ethical hacking. Hacking is hacking. Only one thin difference is that if you are doing hacking with the permission, then yes, then you are allowed, you are not breaching because you have already sought the permission from that person. Alright? Not necessary. If you are having your own software company, you can hire people to hack into your software so that you can build that software more robustly, and whatever loopholes are there, that you can plug in. Those are the people who are doing software testing. Business levels, you might have seen this movie, you have got a mail and corporate. Thereafter also there are a lot of Die Hard 4 is also there. Ex-boy or girlfriend, divorce husband, wife. Cyber law, since many lawyers are here, I won't go much detail in the cyber laws. If I do something bad and there is no one there to catch me, does that make me good? Sure. But we are downloading movies, songs, nobody seeing. So this applies. One more, it is allowed. That is misnomer that whatever is available on internet is free and you can use it. No. That you may be infringing somebody else's IPR. Without permission you cannot. If you are fond of songs, it is better to buy it. There are certain sites like Hangama.com from where you can buy authentic songs and their charges are very cheap. You can packages of rupees say 100 and you can download 100 songs. So each song legitimately you can download for 1 rupee. And I am sure that if you are getting genuine songs for 1 rupee, that is not costly. But then you can save a lot of trouble. Otherwise, we all download from one very famous site, songs.pk, and that site is of Pakistan. By downloading any songs or any material from that site, we are helping Pakistan and we are working against our own country because your system might have been affected with some trojans or malware. So whenever a cyber war will happen, your system will be used as zombie against Indian government companies or Indian government installations. So you or your system will be doing attack to your own country. So what are you doing? Is it safe? We don't see the repercussions which are going to happen in the longer term, but we are very happy what we are getting now. In legal scenario, 66A, option communication has gone, and actually if you read 66A, which is no more there on the books, it used to deal with only messages. Now all this hangama happened because of Algar case, right? So whether anything, if I write on a wall, it's a message or not, that you have to see with legal definitions. Message is one-to-one communication. Message is always a one-to-one communication. If I want to tell something to others, why organization come out with a circular? Circular is in general. Same thing is in all social media websites. When you post something which all public can see, it becomes content, not message. Message is always private, one-to-one. So that was misinterpreted, and ultimately now that section is gone. And again new section is coming. That section is same thing but written in a different words. But again we are going to have it same thing. Identity theft, 66C. ID theft is what we are relating nowadays. ID theft is only with regard to duplication of somebody's identity on paper. But with advent of nanotechnology and people have started storing umbilical cord of infants, in future we will have identical personality who is standing in front of you. So ID theft can go up to that extent also. Cyber terrorism, China is number one in cyber terrorism. They monitor each and every computer or other government installations of the world. In our information technology, we are very lax about privacy issues also. We don't have privacy rights as such. Privacy bill is pending since last, I think, around 3 to 4 years. But we don't see it is happening in near future. 72 breach of confidentiality and privacy. Now in India, privacy means, इसमें क्या है private? Whenever we go to mall, particularly female members, when they go to the changing rooms, are you checking on the mirrors? You may be knowing, but I don't think that you must be checking every time. You do?
Yes.
That's great.
No space, leave place.
Pardon?
No space, leave place.
Yes, right. Indian copyright, you might have heard a lot of things in media that software raids are being, many corporations or many commercial establishments are raided by software or software piracy. Again, there is a racket going on here. A person comes to your office, he sees your system, actually he comes with selling something like dictionary or books, or as a salesman he enters your office, he will see everything. Then somehow he manages police, comes to your premises, they will raid, and before raiding they will turn off all your CCTV camera, which is actually not required. And if you insist that my camera should be on while you are raiding, they will just walk away. They will not raid your premises. And a single person has earned in last 3 and 3.5 years around 4 crores of rupees just by raiding all these commercial premises. He is having authority letter from the companies like Adobe, Oracle, Microsoft. The modus operandi is they raid, FIR is lodged, settlement takes place, then a petition is filed in High Court for quashing the FIR. He comes in High Court, files an affidavit that now everything is settled, we want to withdraw the complaint. Similar kind of petitions, around 300 petitions or criminal applications are already disposed of in High Court and some are still pending. Same person. I fail to understand that any of the authorities have not taken any steps. Why same person is coming again and again for all this? If he wants to raid, then raid and let prosecution do its job. But nothing is happening. There is one order also, 2 years back it was passed, that in one of the matter, our High Court learned judge has ordered investigation officer to investigate why these type of applications are coming again and again. But nothing has happened to that. It's a full-fledged racket going on. My advice to you is, any of your client is facing this type of raids, tell your clients to keep their camera if they have installed on, or get the order of DCP which is required for raiding in paper. They will show you that order, either Xerox copy or on their mobile phone. This is the copy of the order. Don't allow them to raid the premises. These are the section of the IPC where, along with information technology, a person can be booked in under IPC also. The 10 golden rules to stay out of harm. Rules from real life apply: courtesy, kindness, modesty, dignity, respect for the law and for others. There are no guarantees that what you say or post on the internet is private. Information including photos, videos, etc. posted on the internet can last forever. Don't be under the impression that if you have deleted it, it is gone. No. It always stays somewhere and it will come again and again. Keep your private information private. Don't talk to strangers, particularly on instant messaging services. Never agree to meet an online friend. If you want to meet, then accompany your friend, or don't meet alone. There are a lot of incidents where happen. Don't reply to unknown screen names on IM. If you encounter something uncomfortable, distance yourself from it. We forward a lot of mails and WhatsApp messages without knowing the repercussions of it. Don't do it. If you are not agreeable to that message, read it, delete it. Don't forward it further. Never open an email from strangers or click on any attachment. Find the good online, good friends, good websites, good games, and enjoy.